A lot of horseplay in the house today, and the paddock is filled with passion. New week, new task. And a brand new person to share it with. Day 39, my friends, and this is Big Brother's Little Brother. Steady go. Hey, welcome to Big Brother's Little Brother, everyone. Hope you're very well. Coming up later on the show, the son, S04e39, tells us why Cameron is a changed man after his period in exile. And evicted Tanya, there she is. Give us a wave, Tanya. Hello, wee. There we go. Lovely little wave as well. Tanya and I are going to be learning how to saddle up and mount this monster. Kizzy, give us a wave, Kizzy. No. OK, plus Tanya will be answering your beauty dilemmas. If you've got a question about your face, then email it right now, bblb@channel4.com. But we kick off, as we always do, with Little Brother's big news. OK, this afternoon at 3 p.m, the housemates nominated for the 6th time. Here's a little taster of who nominated who.
Somebody's talking, you should really listen. Not, you know, stop somebody mid-flow and start talking about yourself.
I'm quite independent and I'm not used to being told what to do.
I just feel that everything is a little bit forced between us.
Oh, interesting. Tune in tomorrow at 6 for our nominations speciale. OK, and you go, Lisa has been in the house for 69 hours and about 10 minutes-ish. Now, she's cooked twice, both times tea and toast, both times for herself. And she's talked a lot. And this morning she woke up at 8:58 and did this.
Come on, everybody, get up. I was first in the shower.
Oh, she's cute. Now, as we all know, Steph is almost without fail the first person in the shower this morning, so this will cause a bit of friction. I think what she did at 11:13 a.m, however, today might get up Steph's nose even more. So, just to let you know, a little bit of Lisa on Steph in the diary room. I don't know what there is, but there's something between me and Stephanie. As much as she's being nice to me, there's something that's not ringing true with her. I may be proved wrong. Watch this space to find out how the battle of the babes resolves itself. And finally, well, I bring you sad news. Whiff Wash, my friends, has come to an end. Yes, indeed. You might remember that on day 23, Goss, John and Scott hid a minging mixture underneath the double bed in the girls' room as a gag. Day 38, 1:12 a.m. The boys' guilt got the better of them.
Ready, come on, after 3, 1, 2. It's going to be bad. Oh. No.
It doesn't look nice.
Put it straight out to the... Don't put it in there, Scott.
Sorry.
Put it straight out there to the thing.
I'm joined by evicted Tanya, who slept in the girls' bedroom for the duration of Whiff Watch. Tanya, did you notice anything was up underneath the bed?
No.
OK, would you like to now...
No.
Please,
I can smell it from here.
Just one whiff.
Oh. Oh.
Will you be suing for post-traumatic stress disorder?
Of course.
As you should. That, my friends, was Little Brother's big news. Tanya just gallops out of shot there. OK, so is the new girl Lisa fitting into the house? Karen doesn't like having a new housemate, especially an older one. Goss thinks she has a dark side. That's what the housemates think. And this is what the people we value think.
I think it's good to have a new housemate in. I think she should bring some action to the house.
Hello. Lovely to meet you. You too? Well, Lisa, other than being Welsh and that, with Cameron being Scottish, it could lead to a bit of conflict, hopefully a bit of, you know, maybe sexual tension.
She's a new girl.
I know.
She's a new girl.
She's older than I expected, but she seems quite relaxed and quite happy about it.
God.
No, not well. So
early days at the moment, but I think she could start some trouble with Steph, particularly.
Yesterday, the housemates were given their 6th weekly task. They must learn how to tack up and show jump a dummy horse. For full details, if you want to know about tacking up and show jumping on dummy horses, please go to our website. They've got 100% of their weekly shopping budget this week, so if they win, it means they'll get £123. If they lose, zilch. Here's how they've been getting on so far.
The storeroom will now open for housemates to collect today's task materials.
Okay, let's get Nishi's corner going. All the horses are the same size, aren't they?
That's all right. Do you want an apple or a sugar cube or what is it?
Chocolate!
Woo! Excited? My first task.
One question I've always wanted to know is how hard is it to saddle up, bridle and mount a horse? Oh, today my prayers are to be answered. Because to demonstrate on a real life horse, you heard me correctly, is Layla Williams, who runs a local horse stable. She's been riding since she was 5. She's about 18 now.
26.
You didn't? Oh, sister. OK, well, also welcome to Kizzy, who is a real life horse. Shh. Don't scare the horse. Her handler Wayne, and indeed lovely Tanya, who's all blue velveted up. Not blue velvet, national velvet. Sorry, blue velvet. Post watershed. OK, Tanya and me are going to be seeing if we can do the task for ourselves later on. Later, the housemates have till Wednesday to learn how to saddle up and mount a horse. How long should it normally take for someone to do this?
Any idiot can do it in a day.
Don't say any idiot. That makes me feel terrible now. OK, Tanya, do you know much about horses?
No, I don't know nothing.
You haven't been taken around Bronsbury or anything?
Every weekend, actually.
Dan Kilburn Eye Road?
Yeah.
OK, cool. OK, well, it's quite simple. What we're going to do now, for your pleasure, in the next couple of minutes, you're going to show us, yeah?
Yep.
How to saddle up. Well, it's already saddled. You're going to show me how to bridle. Tanya is going to mount the horse.
OK.
Interesting? Interesting?
Very.
Interesting? You betcha. OK, let's go.
That's for you.
Oh, that's for me. Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. OK. So, talk us through this, because the housemates, I know, have to do this to a horse inside. How many hands is their horse inside, do you know?
I haven't the foggiest.
Because this is 14 hands,
That's
isn't it?
right, yeah.
Lovely. Good point.
OK, first you put the reins over his head.
Lovely.
Then you take the bridle in your hands.
Yeah.
Lift the noseband.
Or can I help this bit?
Yeah.
OK. Now get this bit.
That's it.
He opens his big old, lovely old yellow teeth, and you stick it in there. Oh.
And you pop his ears through.
Lovely.
Lift his little forelock out. Straighten your noseband.
Can I do something?
If you want to.
Yes, please.
Could
What
you
do I do?
pass me through that?
Yep.
That's called a throat lash.
Not a problem. Mission accomplished. There he goes. I'll calm him down. Steady there.
Yeah, he's looking a bit wild.
OK, 100% of the shopping budget rests on these skills.
Mm-hmm.
Very exciting. There we go. Now, I have to stress, inside the house, they don't actually have a real horse like Kizzy here. Oh, sorry, I just butted you. They have a made-up horse, but I believe it's about 12 hands, I believe, in the house. I'm being told 12 hands in the house. Are we all done?
Yep.
Wonderful. Now, that's like an average time that takes you to sort of bridle up, yeah? All right, fella, don't look at me like that. What would it... You know, as soon as they actually master it, how long do you reckon it would take them?
They should be able to do it in a minute.
In a minute, you think?
Yeah.
OK, cool. And, of course, we have to get on the horse as well. And we have Tanya, who's standing by to do that for us. Ready, Tan?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Good, excellent. Off you go. Here we go, Tanya.
OK. How do I
Bring that out.
OK.
Pull that down.
Brilliant.
This is what
Over
Noosh will be
there.
doing on Wednesday, but we have to
Right.
stress,
You
not
must
with a real
make
horse.
sure this is tight.
A made-up
otherwise
horse.
it'll be
Okay.
sliding under his tongue.
Brilliant.
Oh, what are you doing back here? Ah, loosening the old stirrups, eh?
OK,
Lovely.
cool.
We can confirm Tanya's never been on a horse before. She has now.
Ah! Oh, my God. I'm going to fall over. OK.
Wonderful. I think that deserves a very
Oh, yeah.
animal-friendly round of applause. Oh, excellent. Lales, what do we think?
Very good.
Yeah?
Excellent.
Do you think the housemates will actually pass this week?
Oh, yeah.
You absolutely rule my world. Don't forget to tune in on Wednesday's BBUK to find out if they're passed or not. Just like to thank Layla, Tanya, Kizzy, Loving your work, and indeed Wayne. After the break, we are asking the Sun, Sarah Nathan, what on earth has come over Cameron? Plus, Tanya will be answering all your beauty questions. Get emailing bblb@channel4.com. And indeed, it's over to Tanya now for your makeup tip of the day.
Okay, to prevent your lipstick or lip gloss from bleeding, a good idea is to just put like a little bit of concealer just around your natural lip line, and it shouldn't bleed from then.
Nice touch. See you in 3. Welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. We're not going to walk over here. We're going to walk over here, so you come with me. In today's opinion poll, we're asking, is the new girl Lisa fitting in or not? So far, 87% of you says she isn't, which could be a good thing. Still time to vote. Is Lisa fitting in or not? If you think yes, then text poll yes, and 85444. If you think no, text poll no to 85444. A couple of emails. I think it's very difficult for Lisa to fit in. After all the other housemates are bonded for the last 5 weeks. Darren from Fishbury. Great name to be a place, isn't it? Fishbury. And Harold from Newport. It really seems the other housemates are rejecting her. Cameron's frightened of it, and Goss isn't really talking to her. Interesting. OK, we're joined on the phone by Lisa's boyfriend, Marcus, to give us his opinion, who's quite the dish himself, judging by the paper's reaction. Hello, Marcus.
Hi, don't make you too kind.
How are you, all right?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad at all. How is she fitting in, do you think?
Well, contrary to your poll that's on TV, I think she's doing a really good job. I mean, it's early days at the moment, but by all accounts, yeah, she's doing well. I think she made a great first impression going in there with the champagne and chocolates, you know, got everyone going, having a few drinks, having a great time. But I honestly think give it a few more days and it'll be as if she was there from the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, just give it a bit of time.
Is she looking comfortable? I mean, you know her better than anyone else does.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, looking at it, there are moments where she may be looking a bit down, maybe, but I think that's just because she's going in at this late stage. Everyone's already bonded, as it were. And she has got a bit of a tough job to try and fit in with everyone. But if anyone can do it, she can.
I guess it's one thing we have to remember is it's quite a mind bender for her, for want of a better word, isn't it? I mean, to go in there having all, these prejudgments about people already.
Oh,
she's admitted that herself.
Definitely. I mean, from me and Lisa watching it, we were watching the program from the beginning, so we're seeing the people on TV, and then actually going in there and being, one of them. It is a strange experience, probably even stranger for her. So. Sure. But, yeah, she's doing a good job.
So who do you think she likes or doesn't like at the moment? Is she bonded with anyone, or have you seen there's any friction at all?
Well, as for people who she gets on with, I was watching it last night, and she seems to be bonding pretty well with Nush. I saw her giving her, the massage, and including massaging the head as well. So, yeah, they seem to be getting on pretty well. I think Nush is kind of looking up towards Lisa, maybe being, because there's a bit of an age difference there. I think Nush looks up to her. But, yeah, I think those two are getting on really well.
You seen friction with her and anyone?
No, I don't see friction. Really, again, but it's early days to sort of form, a strong opinion whether they, dislike anyone or not. But no, I think, just see what happens. Really,
before you go, one thing I do have to ask you: she does yak a lot now. Is that normal?
Well,
do you get a word in edgeways at home, buddy?
Yeah, most of the time. But, she's a very chatty girl with a bubbly personality. She may be talking quite a lot now. But I think that's just, down to nerves, really. She wants to create a good impression and just get on with it.
Sure. Brilliant. Thanks a lot, Marcus.
OK, thanks so much.
OK, now, one person been very outspoken about Lisa is Cameron. Now, would he have been quite so honest a couple of weeks ago? Since Cameron arrived back from South Africa, one of the housemates has noticed a real change in the Scot. No prizes for guessing who.
You're happy enough to be on screen with your yellow bikini the other night? What's wrong with tonight?
We didn't know we were going to be on screen then.
He's even getting frisky in his talk and that now.
I didn't know that I was going to be on screen.
He smacked my twice in the matter of 12 hours. Which isn't Cameron. It's not the Cameron that I knew before he went away. He's come back all frisky.
Oh, yes. Well, actually, Cameron, you've come back a different person. I'm not quite sure if I like that one. That person.
And all this time I've been trying to sort things out for you, mate.
Yeah, interesting. So, has Cameron changed? The Sun's Big Brother correspondent Sarah Nathan is here to tell us exactly how she reckons he's changed both physically and personality-wise. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you.
I have to give you a kiss because I've just had lots of horsehair in my
Charming.
mouth. Lovely.
Lovely,
okay.
thank you.
So do you agree with Steph?
I do. He's come back from Africa a changed man, although I think for the better.
Yeah, I like him.
I really do. He's gutsy.
OK, let's go through, physically and personality-wise, as you said. Physically, what's the biggest change?
It's got to be the hair. It's the Hoxton Finn. It's sort of David Beckham meets, I don't know, it's just trying to be trendy but not there, but still quite cool.
Well, the thing is, a lot of girls are saying to me, in the hood, that it actually makes him a lot better looking.
It does. It's given him. It's just a little bit of black and white, and it does wonders to your image. A little bit of hair gel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
He's already there.
Sorry, you note that the minute you got onto hair gel, I just glazed over there, because that's an alien world to me. OK, let's look at his hairstyle when he first came into the house. See, now that to me says, would you like to buy some insurance from me? And I want to get him away from my doorstep. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In hair-wise,
Double glazing.
obviously, Cameron's lovely. But let's see what he looks like now in his coiffing away here. This is actually a VT. Let's take a look. Now, he's a lot more, I wouldn't say image conscious. He's not. Now that, for example, is a great look. He looks great there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The girl's irresistible. Can't. There he is with that shirt he's been wearing for a couple of weeks now.
Oh, it's going to be
back
rank,
from South
isn't it?
Africa. And there he goes.
See, but the girls can't keep. The girls can't stop touching his bonnet.
Yep.
Now, with that in mind, do you think he thinks he's sexy? I mean, I think he
Yeah.
should be a little more full of himself.
Yeah, he's definitely got the confidence, hasn't he? He's definitely come back from South Africa a changed person. He's been flirting with all. He had 3 girls after him. You know, that's got to put any bloke. You know, it's got to give him the. You know, a bit more confidence. He's come back. He's slapping Steph on the bum. He's, you know, actually got up the guts to talk to Nush, who he thinks is really fit. But he's actually got up the guts to have some big old conversation with her last night. He wouldn't have gone near her a week ago.
Do you think South Africa was a make-a-goon in that respect, and that he went over there? Do you think he was surprised that suddenly these women found him really attractive?
Yeah. Well, just the look on his face, it was like a kid who'd found Christmas. He'd come down like found Wicked Bike or something. He came down and he found... Thank you. He came down and he, you know, and he's got Tapua, you know, in his bed going, you know, where are you going to sleep tonight, Cameron?
I know. And he's thinking first base and she's thinking home run, right?
Well, exactly.
Absolutely. OK, now, let's move on, because Ray and Federico both nominated Cameron because they thought he was too prudish. Let's remind ourselves of what he said day 21 at 12:45 a.m.
It's a bit of entertainment and I think a bit of drink loosens folk up too. Some maybe more so than might be appropriate in some cases, in my mind. But I mean, people do different things. It's just that I don't choose to do that.
Now, he's a self-confessed prude when he first came in the house.
He's like a Victorian milkmaid.
Now, here is a little bit of slap and tickle he endured on day 37 at 12:53 p.m.
Stop sticking up for gauze.
He's getting so fresh.
That wasn't me that touched
That's never
you.
right.
Hey?
Not once have I the honour of slapping Steph's. Have I, Steph?
No.
Let me tell you, Ross.
Oh.
As soon as you have that honour, you'll know about it.
Now, he's come back and he's actually, you know, giving a bit of that. What's going on?
He's given a bit of welly. He's come back a changed person. I think he's been living in the shadow of his younger brother, who's actually a TV star in the Orkneys. He's a TV host, and I think Cameron's been, you know, he's been the fish trader, he's been the quiet one in his shell. He's come back, and you know, I think South Africa was the making of him. He's actually been allowed to go out somewhere, make his own personality. They didn't know anything about him. You know, to them, he's just a sweet bloke. You know.
Sure. Okay. Finally. New Cameron, old Cameron.
Mixture of the both. Not too cocky. You don't want it too cocky, but the bit of naughtiness he's got now is great.
I'm loving new Cam.
Oh,
OK,
yeah.
We couldn't talk about Cam and how it's changed, not talk to his mum, Doris. So she's on the line now. Hello, Doris.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Now, do you think Cameron's changed? You know him better than anybody. Have you seen this side to him before?
Yes. He hasn't changed at all. He's just more relaxed.
Yeah. So this is how he is at home. I hope he's not slapping your bum when you're making food for him, Doris.
Oh, well, that could happen, probably.
Now, he's definitely louder and more outspoken now. This is the Cam you know and love, yeah?
Well, yes. Far more fun than he was to begin with.
OK. And yesterday, the News of the World has come back from South Africa like a rhinoceros on heat. What do you say to that?
No, I wouldn't exactly say that's true.
Well, I'm glad you wouldn't say that. I'd be worried if you agreed with that. Thank you very much, Doris, and indeed thank you, Sarah. I'm sure we'll be speaking to most you two again as the series progresses. Still on the subject of Cameron, you may remember that we launched a Find Cameron a Girlfriend campaign a couple of weeks ago. Single ladies looking for love throughout the country have been emailing, writing in droves, and we're going to look at a couple of them now with Tanya. Did you know Cameron was this popular with the ladies?
I didn't know.
Interesting, isn't it?
Very.
OK, our first lady is Becca. So we take a look at Becca. She's, take a look at her. She's 28. She describes herself as a nice Catholic girl. I mean, come on. My sister describes herself as a nice Catholic girl. It ain't going to happen. She thinks Cam's gorgeous and could listen to his voice forever. And she's holidaying in the Scottish Highlands in August. I think she's very pretty.
She is very pretty.
Do you think her and Cam, perhaps?
Not sure.
OK, well, interesting. Let's have a look at the second lady, Natalie. Natalie is 25. She's a teacher. Describes herself as caring and gentle, with a good sense of humour. She's born and raised in Zimbabwe, and thinks Cameron would like that fact. Now, you know, nothing is set in stone here, but please tell us, what do you reckon out of the two of those two?
Maybe the second one.
You think the second one? Why the second one? Something more Cameron about her?
The twinkle in the eye.
Twinkle in the eye?
The twinkle in the eye.
Never bet against a Catholic girl, that's all I'll say, however. OK, if you think you'd fit the bill, then we'd love to hear from you. Send us a letter explaining why you'd love to be Cameron's ideal woman, and don't forget to include a photograph. The address is I'd Be Enough's Lady Friend for Cameron, BBLB, PO Box 567, Boreham Wood, WD612H. Enough for Cameron, however, young lady. I want to talk about you. You became famous in the house for your love of makeup. We have lots of texts and emails from our viewers wanting makeup advice from you. Yesterday, you agreed very kindly to give away your prized possession, your blusher brush. Thousands of calls and emails, and I believe we've got one lucky viewer who picked at random, Erica from Wandsworth. Hello, Erica.
Hi, Cameron. Hello,
Cameron.
Cameron on the mind.
Wishful thinking, young lady. OK, maybe you should send your picture in. Wonderful.
Oh, well.
OK, why do you want the brush?
Well, I think owning the brush would be the next best thing to having those lovely cheekbones, don't you?
Lovely. Excellent. Bless her. OK, thank you very much for that. We'll send that one off to you. But you've agreed to give us some makeup tips, haven't you?
I have.
Which we have via the wonderful phenomenon of email. So let's go for this. OK, what's the difference between cream and powder blusher, and which is better for you? Sam, a Scott fan from Leeds.
OK, the cream blusher is a texture that you'd put on with your fingers and rub it in. The powder blusher, you just use with a brush.
Which is better?
Better is the powder blusher.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just a guy, but it just feels better.
It is better, yeah.
OK, cool. How often do you, should you, pluck your eyebrows? Maria from Kent. I'm thinking here, surely that's relative, because it must depend on the woman.
It does, it depends. Sometimes, yeah, it depends on the woman. Completely.
OK, cool. My mascara has a habit of looking like spider legs. How do I stop it be looking cloggy, but still use the same amount? Nicola from Dublin.
You need to change your mascara every 4 months, so...
Will it not run out?
No.
So it just keeps for ages, doesn't
Yeah.
it? But you should...
Depends on how much you use, though.
OK, so if you're actually watching here and you're from a mascara company, surely, really, you should just be marketing kind of, you know, smaller bottles of mascara.
Definitely.
Thank you. OK, just time to give you the results of today's opinion poll result. We asked, is Lisa fitting into the house or not? I believe 86% of you say no. It's incredible. OK, that's pretty much all we've got time for, I'm afraid. Just like to thank our guests, Tanya, Sarah, Nathan, Layla Williams, and Kissy the Horse, and Wayne for joining us today. Join us tomorrow at 6 when they're going to be talking to one of the head of Big Brother. If you've got any questions for the boss, email them in, bblb@channel4.com. We'll see you then. Tanya will be with us. Take care. God bless. Goodbye.